reporters you trust on DD.
Coming up, a new push to build housing specifically for young adults who are homeless, how much the project will cost, and deputies shoot a dog in a local neighborhood. We're getting answers about what led up to the incident. And some local band students finally get their chance to show off their skills after the state competition was canceled last week because of weather.
Live from Grand Junction, this is KKCO 11 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for making KKCO 11 News at 6 the most watched newscast on the Western Slope. I'm Jean Reynolds. Bernie Lang is off tonight. Work crews broke ground on a brand new apartment complex on 12th Street in Grand Junction, which will provide some much needed housing. But the complex does have a greater purpose. KKCO 11 News reporter Jason Berger joining us live with more details. Jason.
Well, Gene, this land behind me will soon be an apartment complex for homeless teens and young adults. And officials say with 34 new bedrooms, they hope to build a community that tenants may have never had. A groundbreaking ceremony for a new building.
The most common ones are some really severe form of trauma.
The goal to build homes for those who call the streets home.
Most of them aren't housed, and we try to meet them where they're at on the streets.
Troy has a tough job. He goes out and finds homeless kids.
Soup kitchens, we visit folks in the jail, wherever we might get referrals, wherever we might be able to find them.
And tries to give them new hope and help them with things most people take for granted.
Photo ID, social security card, birth certificate, really basic stuff that we spend lots of time working on.
The complex being built on this land will be more than just walls and doors.
You're looking for kids that are the most vulnerable, perhaps because of developmental delays, perhaps because of mental illness.
Things like mental health services and case management will be available to tenants on site.
About 80% of our kids bounce back very quickly, go into college, get jobs.
But these apartments will focus on the ones that can't fend for themselves.
But there are 20% that really are at risk of long-term homelessness. So by getting them into these apartments, we'll keep them safe, and we'll save the community millions of dollars over services.
John's optimistic that results will be visible.
You would just be amazed if you get in and intervene early, address the trauma, get appropriate mental health services, get stable housing. Many of these kids are off to college, off to jobs.
Now, tenants will still have to pay rent. It'll be 30% of their gross income. And I'm told that the complex could be done by June of 2020. Jean?
All right, thanks a lot, Jason. We're told the new apartments will cost about $5.5 million to build. An update to a deadly crash from over the weekend. The Mesa County coroner says 19-year-old Kayla Carmichael was the teen who died in a fatal car crash. The cause is multiple blunt force injuries. The manner is accident. It happened at around 10:30 Saturday at the intersection of 23 and H roads. A man and child in the other SUV were taken to the hospital and expected to survive. The accident is under investigation. We have an update tonight on an aggressive dog that was shot over the weekend by a Mesa County Sheriff's deputy. Saturday afternoon, deputies responded to a report of a dog that was preventing a woman and her child from leaving their home. This happened on the 3100 block of Merganser Lane. We're told there were several attempts to contact the dog's owner. Animal control was called, and before they could get there, deputies say the dog attacked a child. A deputy then shot that dog.
We never make the decision lightly to fire a weapon, especially when it comes to a pet. But in this particular case, this animal was acting extremely aggressively, and it had attacked a child, and it was holding a neighborhood hostage.
Now, the dog did not die, but the owners later made the decision to put it down. We are told the child's injuries were not serious. Election Day is tomorrow, and so far, Mesa County Elections Office has received more than 33,000 ballots. They are expecting many more still, though. Polling centers will be open from 7 to 7 tomorrow, or you can drop off your ballot at a location up until then. They will not take any ballots after 7.
They can go to vote.mesacounty.us and they can check the status of their ballot, make sure it's been received. There's been a lot of postcards have gone out saying that their ballots haven't been received, so a lot of people were concerned about that, but they can check to make sure their ballot's been received and counted.
There's multiple places around town to drop off the ballots. Here are some of those. Some of the more popular drop-off locations: boxes at the Fruita Civic Center and the Mesa County Human Services. For Montrose County Old Courthouse and the Nucla Annex Clerk and Recorder's Office open 24/7, while the ballot box at the Olathe Town Hall is open from 8 to 5. 24-hour drop-off locations in Delta can be found at the Delta County Clerk and Recorder's Office, North Fork Annex Clerk's Office, and Cedar Edge Library. If you are a veteran and you need to take a Grand Valley Transit bus, you are in luck this month. The bus service is offering a special promotion this month where all veterans and active duty military can ride GVT fixed route buses free throughout November. All you have to do is show your government issued ID or discharge papers to the driver when you get on the bus.
We realize that there are a lot of vets that have difficulty getting to medical appointments or just like running their day-to-day errands, and we just want to support them a little bit more and give them free rides for the month of November.
More information on Vet Rides free promotion, you can check out our website.
Now, your No-Wait weather with Butch McCain.
Another beautiful day out there.
Beautiful day, and tomorrow with Election Day coming up, it's going to be a nice day to go to the polls.
No excuses.
No excuses. Vote early and vote often, as they say in Chicago, but we won't get into that. Let's take a look at outside. Boy, we had a nice sunny day today, a little bit above average. You see some high, thin cirrus clouds moving through for a while, and we're going to be seeing a mostly clear sky tonight, it looks like. 50 degrees right now. Temperatures are quickly dropping off because that sun's setting an hour early today because of, well, we gained an hour, didn't we? Northerly winds are blowing at about 6. Humidity's at 18%. The pressure is steady at the moment. And how about Montrose? Pair of 4s. Winds are calm. Humidity's 40% and the pressure is steady at the moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at our morning low temperature this morning. A little cooler than average. 24 in Grand Junction. A pair of 2s from Montrose. Single digits not only from Alamosa but also Gunnison had 9, 8 and 9 respectively. 29 this morning in from Denver. Afternoon highs today were in the 40s and 50s over there. They had a cool front move through earlier today and kind of cool them down just a little bit. And we were a little warmer than what we had yesterday. We topped at 60, and I think we're going to be edging up to around 62, 63 tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be a nice one for Election Day. 58 for an afternoon high today in from Montrose, 62 in from Moab. Nice week ahead, really, to do any outdoor activities you plan to do. Sunny and warmer than average, and at this point we're looking at conditions to stay on the dry side. Now today we had northwesterly winds aloft. Tomorrow, as we put this into motion, you can see that those winds will start to come in from the west, so our temperatures will be slightly warmer. Now what we're watching is an upper level low just off Tijuana, off the coast of Tijuana, Mexico down here, and that low is going to continue to move down to the south of us, and that's where most of the moisture will stay. However, around Wednesday, we could see a little moisture starting to creep into the San Juan's area, but other than that, I think we're going to stay on the dry side for the next several days. And we're under a severe drought right now, by the way, so we could use the moisture, but I just don't see any in the forecast. Radar satellite shows a few little, looks like a few sprinkles up there in the northeast, but we enjoyed quite a bit of sunshine today. And we'll see a lot of starshine tonight with a mostly clear sky. We'll see 28 for a minimum temperature. Tomorrow, or I should say tonight for Montrose, 27 for a morning low, and that won't be a record cold. They'll look for mostly clear skies tonight. So 27 for a morning low in Montrose. And then you'll see that's the frontal system. Here's the frontal system that moved through in the eastern half of Colorado while we enjoyed a ridge of high pressure and quite a bit of sunshine. This is the low I was talking about just off the coast of Mexico and San Diego that will start to drift in the easterly fashion into Arizona and New Mexico and bring in a little bit of moisture. Still, most of the models show that that moisture is going to stay down to the south of us, but a little could creep in to the San Juan's area. But overall, we're looking at a mostly clear sky tomorrow. We'll start with 28 for a morning low on Election Day and warm up to about 62, which is about 5 degrees warmer than average for this time of year. We're going to stay above average. Look at this week. You know, if we can't get any rain, why not get some nice weather in here? And that's what we're going to be seeing the next several days with high temperatures in the lower 60s. Our coolest day will be Monday, a week from today, with 58. Most of our morning low temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s around. Montrose, you're looking at quite a bit of sunshine with high temperatures, kind of a mixture of 50s and 60s. Most of your morning low temperatures will be in the 20s and the lower 30s. Our cool snap is sent by Elizabeth Murphy. This is taking a couple of bald eagles there, keeping a watchful eye perched above the Colorado River. That's kind of their business. They like to kind of watch down on the river. So,
scope it out.
Well, yeah, and that's their they're fishing. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, they're working.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, Butch. Coming up on KKCO 11 News at 6, a new development could help the housing shortage in the valley. We'll tell you where a new complex is going to be going up. And their state championship was canceled because of the weather, but these band students finally get their chance to shine. We'll show you after the break.
Our team at Academy Mortgage has been living, working, and playing here for decades and gets to help the home buyer realize the dream of homeownership in the Grand Valley.
The people here are rooted here and will be here for a long, long time in the business, in the community.
We have some things that need fixing here in Colorado, like hundreds of unsafe bridges and roads. We need to help attract and keep good teachers for our kids and grandkids. That's what Proposition CC does, without raising taxes. And Prop CC requires an annual public audit to show where the money goes. It says so right here. Isn't it time to start fixing some things here in Colorado? Vote yes on Prop CC.
Ultra running is important to me because it provides me wellness. I'm a trooper, I save lives, my community depends on me. I had a very bad injury. My ability to stay well had changed. Getting treated allowed me to live the lifestyle that I truly need. Suffering from chronic pain does not need to be part of your life. I was treated from Rocky Mountain Orthopedics, and as a result, I can protect the community that depends on me. I can run 100 miles, and I can enjoy the outdoors that I love. My trusted orthopedic provider is Rocky Mountain Orthopedics.
Like many people, you may be finding yourself in a little activity rut, wanting to get active but not knowing what to do. Come to Colorado E-Bikes at 56125 Road. Come to Colorado E-Bikes and give an electric assist bicycle a try. Add some power to your pedaling when you need it, making bicycling fun again. You get the benefit of exercise and add some adventure to your lifestyle. Get out and enjoy all the bike paths and maybe some off-road exploring.
Come to Colorado E-Bikes
to start your new fun, active lifestyle.
Auto Repair Grand Junction.
I think it's my muffler. Can you take a look?
Absolutely. You can bring it down right away.
Best oil change near me.
Rerouting to Scotty's at 405 Pitkin Avenue.
Scotty's Complete Car Care Center. Locally owned and operated since 1976.
It's always a good night.
I'm a fan of you.
When you're at The Tonight Show.
Jimmy, it's a burrito. It's not a juicy burrito from China, is it?
Starring Jimmy Fallon.
Who was my first celebrity crush?
Weeknights on NBC.
The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, weeknights after KKCO 11 News.
Homeownership and helping home buyers is what we do, but the passion is really helping people.
Academy Mortgage focuses on the community.
They want to give back, not just to their local communities, but communities all over the world. And that's a great feeling.
This news segment is sponsored by Coloradans for Responsible Energy Development.
You're watching KKCO 11 News at 6 with Gene Reynolds, Bernie Lang, weather with Butch McCain, and sports with Tyler Stricker. KKCO 11 News. No more.
Well, to help fill the growing population in Grand Junction, a nearly 200-unit apartment building is going to be breaking ground just south of the Rimrock Walmart. KKCO 11 reporter Augusta McCain is live for us with a development announcement that might actually make it a little easier. Augusta.
That's right, Jean. A 196-unit apartment complex is being built. City officials tell me we can expect to see more developments like this in the future.
A new development in Grand Junction is giving renters something to be excited about: the rail yard at Rimrock.
The apartment homes will have large living areas with lofty ceilings, spacious bedrooms, walk-in closets, glass recycled countertops, top-of-the-line appliances.
Just to name a few features, they're also placing a focus on the community and what makes Grand Junction so special.
There's also going to be a bike storage and a repair shop, which is pretty cool.
The development has bigger implications for the community.
We have a lot of pent-up demand. Because we came out of the recession so much later, there was, a lot of, I think, investors or developers were a little bit risk-averse.
Grand Junction hasn't seen housing built of this scale in a long time. So this?
It's a good start.
A sign of more options for those looking to call Grand Junction home.
As people move into these apartments, they will free up other apartments in the valley for those who may be looking for something a bit more moderately priced.
The complex will offer studio 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units. As far as the timeline goes on this development, construction is planned to start soon and will be leasing next fall. Jean?
All right, thanks a lot, Augusta. For a full list of the complex's features, you can go to our website and click on the story. Well, today, ARC Thrift Store held a job fair to hire for positions at their new store opening right here in Grand Junction. The store is going to be opening soon. Some of those positions include cashiers, supervisors, and production for both full-time and part-time options. The job fair goes on until Friday. The local thrift store is set to open up on North Avenue in the same shopping center as Carl's Jr. and Rib City.
Just make sure you bring all your paperwork because you have to fill out a background check. That's what we do look for when people do apply. So make sure you know your social security number, your license number, and then bring a resume. We'd like to see everything that you've done.
And based on a recent study by the University of Denver, ARC Thrift Stores has $2.3 billion impact on the state's economy. Well, today Stoker Stadium is filled with 24 marching bands from all across the state, including Palisade High School, for the Colorado Bandmasters State Championship. Now, you might remember that state champions were canceled last week because of that weather. We saw some really bad conditions, but because of that, officials have decided to take scores from regionals and decide who's the winner based on those scores. Now, Palisade High will be performing in their semifinals with thousands of people watching from the bleachers.
Grand Junction gets to host every 3 years, so we're honored to have them here today and excited for the next competition in 3 years when they get to come back.
And the winner of the state championship will be announced tonight.
Now, your No-Wait weather with Butch McCain.
Watching those marching bands reminds me, how do you know when a drummer is at your door? The knocking speeds up and he doesn't know when to come in. 62 for an afternoon high tomorrow, so a little bit warmer, a lot of sunshine. In fact, it's going to be a sunny, dry week for us with high temperatures mainly in the lower 60s until we get into early next week, and 58 will be our afternoon high. How about Montrose? Afternoon high temperatures, a mixture of 50s and 60s. Most of your morning low temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Loads of sunshine. It's a nice one. Jean?
All right, I like it. Thanks, Butch. Well, here comes the Christmas shopping season. Are you ready? Well, the challenge of getting your child the hottest toy out there is on. But the question is, what is this year's hottest toy? NBC's Chris Clackham reports.
Helping ensure the happiest of Christmas mornings, parents often rely upon hot toy lists.
A toy list is just for a place for a parent to start researching.
Research, but be reasonable and aware.
So do toy companies pay to be on these toy lists?
At the end of the day, yes, there's money going back and forth between the manufacturers and the retailers to be on a list.
Jim Silver, CEO of Toys, Tots, Pets, and More, TTPM for short, who's quick to suggest you'll look at multiple hot lists.
There's so many independent resources like We're One and so many others out there that you can go out and research a toy.
TTPM once famously picked Tickle Me Elmo and Monster High dolls as hottest toys of the year.
The passenger seats recline.
They offer reviews on some 2,500 toys each year and don't charge for replacement on their list.
So what's on TTPM's hot toy list this year?
Well, right now it's the LOL OMG dolls. Those are blowing out, and if you can get your hands on one, I'd get one now.
But whatever you get now, just make sure it's on your child's hot toy list too.
Yay! I always want to
Chris Clackham, NBC News.
And you might even want to wait until closer to Christmas to make toy purchases because 2 new children's movies are due for release around the holidays, Frozen 2 and Star Wars Episode 9. So your child, well, they might want some of that merchandise as well. Coming up in sports, playoff season. Some high school football teams begin their postseason run this weekend, and CMU men's soccer will be hosting a conference tournament game. More on that next.
Water infrastructure is one of those things government should do, but it's expensive. I'm a yes on DD because a tax on casinos is a better way to pay for water infrastructure than a tax on you and me. Vote yes on DD, a win for Colorado's water.
If we're going to fix something, it's going to stay fixed. We go over every option, we explain every option, we talk about all the costs. We don't try to hide things, we don't try to make up things. If there are issues, we can actually fix those issues rather than just band-aid those issues.
I wouldn't even think about going anyplace else. Dr. Poovey is a doctor of great integrity.
At Guild, we are a family that believes in helping other families, and partnering with Habitat is a great way for us to help another family get into a home, which is what we are all about at Guild.
It goes hand in hand with the mortgage business. To be able to assist someone in their home ownership dream is right in line with doing a mortgage for them. And to see the look on the homeowner's face when we're assisting them in building their dream home, there's nothing that can replace that.
Winter is coming and it's time to have me serviced and cleaned up. I may look ready to keep you warm, but when you least expect it, I'm just gonna stop running, and you won't know why. If you don't want that, call Airstream Plumbing and Heating before the cold really kicks in. Take care of your furnace, and it'll take care of you, I always say. Now go make the call. I'll be here waiting.
Call your personal plumber today. Airstream Plumbing and Heating, 434-5348.
Hope West team, I am writing to thank all of you for the love and care you gave my father.
We recognize what you do, guiding patients through their last journey.
Every single day. For that, we thank you. You are special souls.
Sincerely, grateful family.
Conservatives across Colorado are yes on Proposition DD. California wants our water. We have to protect it. DD funds the water plan, a tax only casinos pay. Water leaders and conservatives you trust say yes on DD.
Now, sports with Tyler Stricker.
Playing sports can teach you a lot about yourself that you can also apply in other aspects of your life, like perseverance. CMU goalkeeper Camry Gunderson went from being sidelined to being ranked in the top 10 in the RMAC. Here's a preview of your Athlete of the Week.
In the summer of 2017, 2 weeks before preseason, Camry was in a car accident. She broke her wrist that required 2 surgeries, taking her off the field her freshman year.
Especially it happening as I was coming in, I was really ready to go. So I think the mental side of it has been the toughest part for me, trying to figure out how to be okay with being injured and having a different role than I expected coming in.
The next year, Camry got a little taste of being back on the field again. She started in 3 games, but she was ready and determined for more.
Kind of a setback for her, but just her fight and inner challenging herself to get where she is today is awesome.
And we'll have that full story for you tonight at 10. Moving on, the state football playoff brackets have been released for the 2A and 1A classes. We start with 2A. The undefeated Rifle Bears get the #1 spot. They will host Inglewood on Saturday afternoon. The Bears, they are averaging 325 yards per game, and the defense has allowed 15 points in the last 3 games combined. Delta, they will host the first round as well, as they are the 4 seed taking on Pagosa Springs. The Pirates went undefeated in the Intermountain Conference, and their senior running back Peyton Bailey has rushed for over 1,000 yards and has 14 touchdowns. And Moffett County, they sneak into the playoffs as the 15 seed playing at Sterling. The Bulldogs have lost 2 straight, but those last 2 losses, They were at the hands of Delta and Rifle, probably two of the top teams in 2A. They play at Sterling, who rolled through the Patriot East League, averaging 40 points per game. And in 1A, Hotchkiss is the 9th-ranked team taking on Highland. That game will be at Highland on Saturday. Meeker is in the 4 seed. They will host Buena Vista. The Cowboys beat Hotchkiss to claim their Western Slope League title. The one-loss Meeker team, junior quarterback Ryan Phelan, will look to lead the Cowboys on a long run in the state playoffs starting on Saturday at home. Make sure to get out and support these teams in their quest for a state title. Speaking of the postseason, the CMU men's soccer team will be the 3 seed in the RMAC tournament this weekend. The quarterfinal matchup will be against the Fort Lewis College Skyhawks. In both games this season, the Mavericks have tied Fort Lewis with the most recent game on Friday, ending in a no-score draw. Fort Lewis has won 3 of their last 4, including a 2-1 win over the top-seeded Colorado Mines. The game was originally scheduled for Friday, but will now be played at Walker Field on Thursday at 3 p.m. And the CMU volleyball team is happy to be home for the rest of the regular season, and this weekend proved that as they play better in Brunson Arena, especially this All-American Casey Guilford. She collects her 4th RMAC Offensive Player of the Week honor. The redshirt junior had 28 kills and hit 500 in 2 3-set sweeps over the weekend. Guilford, she leads the conference in hitting percentage and is second in kills and points per set. The Mavs will look to stay perfect at home as they host the 17-6 Colorado Mines team on Friday night. So Casey Guilford looks like she's on a roll again to be another All-American. She is extremely incredible for this team. Being at home the rest of the season, the regular season, is going to be a huge boost as they head into the RMAC tournament. So watch out. They could pick up some momentum and really turn it on here at the end of the season.
They could, but I can't help it. This is really off subject here. I can't have. You got a little stubble going on here.
Yeah, a little
What's
facial
going on?
hair. It's No Shave November.
Okay, I was
so
wondering, you're participating.
And should be a fun start. No shaving all month, so I'm kind of excited for that to give my skin a little break.
Have you done this before?
But yeah, just to raise some money for men's testicular cancer and awareness for that.
Get the word out.
That's
All right,
right.
it'll be interesting to watch how it goes.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll be right back.
Next, it's the final knockouts. And one performance will have Taylor in tears.
I'm fully crying. Oh my gosh! I don't know why. It's just really, really great.
The Voice, new next on NBC.
Our communities are being ravaged.
Opioids. Can doctors be blamed when a patient becomes an addict?
You are under investigation for destroying a generation for profit.
Suddenly, the Grand Valley's business tempo quickens. It's gotten harder to keep moving up. That's when Quick Temps can come to the rescue. Quick Temps can save you time, money, and headache quickly and flexibly. They can help you grow your business all year long. Whether you're looking for a last-minute temporary employee or an employee you can trust for years to come, Quick Temps is the answer. Let Quick Temps help you put the right person in the right job.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how? Right now. That's our specialty. Power up at your local Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com for all your power needs. Yes, all of them.
Western Colorado is wonderful because of our majestic surroundings and because of the great families that live here. Since 1971, Harshman, McBee, and Levitt has been here with you, fighting for the rights of injured clients. Come in and see us. Consultations are always free.
Safer, stronger schools. That's why I'm voting yes on 4A. 4A will fully secure every high school in the Valley by bringing all academic buildings together under one roof to create a single secure entrance, eliminating more than 120 non-secure entrances district-wide, to keep unwanted intruders out and to keep our kids safe. Vote yes on 4A!
Wow! I got goosebumps.
The saddest day of my life.
The Good Place, the final season, Thursdays on NBC.
The International Camel Race was held this weekend in southern Algeria. Professional camel racing is a popular event in Africa and the Middle East. Spectators often bet on the animals, similar to horse racing, and camels can run at the speeds of 40 miles an hour. Wow, in shorts, they can book. Look at them go.
Yeah, they're going.
It's gotta be kind of scary up there. You're so tall up in the air.
It'd be a scary ride.
It really would be. Oh, wow.
Well, fasten your hump belts and get ready for a great week ahead because it's going to be beautiful. Temperatures above average for the next several days. Now, we need the moisture, but there's just no rain. There's no snow in our forecast. We're watching a cutoff low just off the coast of northern Mexico in the Pacific. That's going to be drifting in our direction, probably bring some clouds in here on Wednesday and maybe a few little showers in the San Juans, but that's about it.
Can't be upset about it. No. All right, thanks a lot, Butch. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you for the 10.
From Sony Picture Studios, it's America's Game. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of our show. That's Sajak and Vanna White.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. And I appreciate you just being here on my arm. Now let go. Hi. You ready? Assuming you want to win some money? Yep, they do. Person is the category for our first toss-up. Vanna has scampered into place, and here we go. James.
Master Sergeant.
Yeah, that's it.
Good job, man.
James Simmons. Yes. Morrisville, North Carolina. Just won $1,000, I'm happy to say. Marine Corps for a long time.
22 years. Served as a Mustang, which is an enlisted man who becomes an officer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then, and now I passed on the baton to my son, Tristan, who is now serving in the Navy as a corpsman.
Well, good for him and good for you, and thank you both. And now let's talk about your family.
I have a wife, Amy, of 26 years, and we have together 3 children and 3 grandchildren.
It's easy to lose track.
Yes, it is.
It's good to have you here. Good luck to you the rest of the way. Hello, Greg.
Hi.
Greg Good, Georgetown, Kentucky. Married man?
Yeah, married to my wife, Tanya. Got 4